Hi everyone, so today I have a sponsored video for you from Tonic Studios for their new die set called Spectacular Stackables die set. So you saw in the intro there what that creates. Really cute set. I love how compact it is, and then you make this 3D gift box, which is really nice. So they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like to. Let me go ahead and give you some measurements. Yes, I'm a little under the weather. I'm probably feeling better by the time you see this. It's just a little under 3.5 inches square, the largest one, so everything else is smaller than that. So just to give you an idea, so you can pop it into whatever machine you have that accommodates that. So yeah, so you have, your lid and like all these little, mechanisms that make like a cute little handle for the top, and then you can make as many as you want to stack them up, right? So you're going to do the same process over and over to have a stackable gift set. So I think it's really, really cute. Again, compact and just adorable. So I think what we're going to do is just jump right in and get started. Of course, in these kind of videos, I just like to show you the basic construction, the little, decorating. We do have these beautiful inlays, like this one here that's kind of like a mermaid scale or like a little fish scale kind of look. If you really look at it, it's like diamonds, but maybe like snake skin kind of look. You have this inlay here that's just beautiful and ornate. Inlays for some of the various sides, and then these guys too. So lots of ways to decorate. And but I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some papers and we'll get to it. So I just grabbed some really nice heavyweight cream colored paper. I grabbed a little mirror card and we'll play with that too, but in just a moment. I think I'll show you how to make the boxes, because as many as you want of those, you're just gonna stack them up, and then your lid. So for each little box, it does say you want 2 base panel. I don't see in the instructions where they say to place the second one, so that's up to you. If you want to cut, excuse me, if you want each of the box to have the 2 base panels, then you would just put one, you put your glue tabs, and then cover the other. It doesn't really say to come back and do that in the instructions. So this is your lid panel, the larger one, this guy. And this is the base panel. So again, they say to cut 2. They don't really come back and say to do anything with the second one, so that's up to you. But for each little box, you're going to need 1 or 2 of these guys, right, for each tier. And then you're going to need the sides. So let's see here. The corner panels, which are these guys. And again, you can decorate them now when they're flat. You can decorate them afterward, however you like. So you have those guys. So each one's going to need 4 of this, and 1 or 2 of these guys. And then your side panels, you're going to need 4, of course, because you have 4 sides. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through so that I can create 2 tiers, so we can at least see what 2 look like stacked. And then again, you continue stacking. And then the other panels are decorative, so like this guy would be a decorative panel. So we'll come back for those. Well, you know what, while we're cutting we might as well, because we're going to need these anyway. So for each box, each tier, you're going to need 4 of these also. So I'll go ahead and cut that many, and I think that's it other than decorative stuff. So I will be right back. To go along cutting, I always say you just max out everything. So I mean, we get a lot of pieces off of one. This is a A2 size piece of paper. But I'll keep cutting. Okay guys, so I'm going to make 2 tiers. So I do have 8 of these little like side panels that are decorative. I do have 4 of these guys. Again, I'll try and sandwich them, even though like I said in the instruction they don't mention that again, but I'll show you what I'm thinking. 8 of the corner panels and 8 of the inner panels that go on the sides of these guys. So I think we will decorate these before we put it all together, just because it's going to be easier. So I'm going to go ahead and score these guys. Basically you're going to score them like this, and then in, and then out. So they're all going to be like that. And if you can imagine, this is going to hold on to like the very corner like that. Okay, so I want you to see kind of the shape of those. I'm just going to go ahead and score them now before I decorate them. You can definitely use a scoring tool if you like, whatever it is, but again, it's going to look something like that. So in and out. Okay, score those. Let's go ahead and score these guys too. So these are our little panels. Actually, let me go ahead and get a tool, just so we can go ahead and glue those down, and they're already pretty much set up. So glue tabs, glue tabs. Of course, they're just going to kind of frame around here, and then glue together when they're up, right? So let me go ahead and score all those guys. And I'll be right back. All those are scored, ready to go. So we're going to decorate this, and we'll decorate these guys, and I think that's it for this. So, depending on what you want to do, I think what I'll do is, let's use these. So for each one, we're going to need a pair, right? So I'm going to run that through 8 times. And let's do the embossed area. So I'll bring out my blue paper. Of course, I'll inlay these like this, and I'll put some tape so that they don't move. And I'll run those through 8 times for these guys. And then for this panel here, I'll take this, same thing for my blue paper, but with an inlay. I'll run those through. So I'm just going to take this. And again, I do as many as I can at once, and with this, of course, I have the 3 pieces, so that's what as many as I can do. I mean, I could go ahead and cut the ones for the lid right now, but I was going to kind of wait for the lid when we're done. So I could definitely do that if you want to save a little time by doing your lid items also. But there we go. So again, tape down so they don't move. Place those in there nice and straight. And then run through as many times as you need to, right? So I will be back. Okay guys, so I'm just going to take these pieces and just glue them down where they belong here. Really getting it in here because what happens is you're going to kind of nestle them in one to the other when these guys are put together. I hope that makes sense, like this. And then this will kind of go in here. So to make sure that you really have glue along this edge here so it's not like catching. So especially there. So I'll decorate all of them, and then these little side panels. We have this beautiful piece. I'll pop that right on there. I'll probably get some glue. This is the fine tip glue from the other bottle, and just kind of put on the back of my hand, excuse me, and go ahead and decorate that. Okay, so all the panels, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have my beautiful panels here. I just put a little weight on top of them to hold everything down and together while I worked on other pieces. They're very pretty. Let's make our box base. So again, I do have 2 for each one. What they're showing in the image, it looks like to go ahead and glue underneath. Okay. So then we're just going to cover that up. So I'm just going to take these guys and glue them under. And when I do that, I do have the nice side facing me where the die went in, and that's the rough cut side. So we're just going to put these on here. Now I can do it like this, or I can just go ahead and turn it over. So nice side facing up, the rough side facing here. Okay, so you're kind of doing them opposite. And I mean, now I can just put glue here because I know this guy will just come in, and the way Tonic does things, it just fits like perfect. So we'll just go around. I always make sure that I still have the score line is not being impeded. And next one literally butts up right next to the one we just did. Keep it nice and square. And again, just bring it right there. Okay, I'm going to let that set up before we glue it into the box shape. Okay, so let's go ahead. I guess I should have done the second one while I was pausing there, but let's go ahead and put some glue on these tabs. And we're going to bring them together. I will point out that these guys have like this cute little decorative kind of embossed area, and that's going to help you line these guys up when you go to pop them on. So there we go, and here we go. And let's get our box shape. And I'll hold on to this a little bit longer. But now we have this bottom piece, so if you did cut 2 for each one, what I would do is just go ahead and get some glue on there. Make it really nice and sturdy. And pop this guy on with the nice side, the beveled side, facing out. And that will do it, and I'll make the second one also. Okay guys, so I have 2 tiers pretty much ready to go. Should hold that one a little bit longer. Okay, so let's start gluing these guys. So basically, these glue tabs that we just created, they're going to get covered up by the pretty panels that we have over here. But you're going to take them, and where that deboss is, those little dots are, you're going to go on the opposite side of that. So not inside of it, but using that as a lineup for you. So line up this tab right against where those little dots are. Okay. Once you have one, of course you can play with that a little bit more, straighten it out once it's dry. So once it's on here and you have it nice and straight and everything, you should be good to move on. And then if you need to do any adjustments over here, you'll just kind of do that once it's dry. But basically right on there, you see it goes right to the top to the bottom. Let's get the next one. And glue there, glue here. Again, lining it up right along that little dotted line there. Try to put it as straight as you can. That always, whenever you're paying attention to things like this, like those details make just a really nicer finished product. So we're paying attention to that. And then over here, just taking that score line and matching it up right against those little dots and making sure it's making contact nice and straight. I'll go around to all 4 corners, and I'll do the same with this one. Okay guys, so I think this is the first one I started with. So again, once it's drying, you can kind of square that up, how these guys need to be. And hopefully that gives you an idea of like this one goes on top of this one, and it kind of nests together. So let me try to get that in there. Right? And then you can push down. I'm not going to push down quite yet because one of these is still pretty wet. Okay, and as you're going along, you are going to stick these on here. If you feel like you need that spacing, just to make sure, you know, you can do that as you go along. But I'm going to go ahead and glue those in. I believe, yeah. You know what? I'm going to put the glue on here because I don't really know where it's going to stop on the other one. So just glue all the way up, all the way on that. And then this guy comes in. Right? Keep it, you know, straight at the top here. So after I get one, I'll go over to the next one. And then we're basically done with these guys. We gotta work on our lid. So I'll just go around and glue these in. Just placing the very last one. And again, you can kind of square it up when you're done with that. That actually kind of helps keep them out where they need to be. So we have our lid to create. So let me just get that on there. Not really manipulating those right now because they are still kind of wet. Lid. So we have this guy. We have like this beautiful inlay. I mean, you can match it up with all these different pieces. You can do another inlay, you know, with this one over the top or however you'd like to play with that. So for the lid panel, they do say to use 2 of them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through just the beige paper. I'm going to run it again through my blue paper, just like this with the inlay. And then just for decoration, if we're already doing this, I'm going to run this also through beige paper. And then I'm going to run inlay, like this, through our paper. And I'm going to take this little circle, and I think I'm going to pop it in there, because that might help. I don't know, I just feel like I need to do that. So when I do the blue one, I'm going to tape it all down like this, and run it through, and have that beautiful inlay in there, okay? And I'll be right back. We also need a couple other things as far as our knob. So, in a way, I'll go ahead and cut those things right now. So, this is the piece that has the little knob on top, and then you have a little decorative square here if you want. So I'm going to run this twice through the cream colored paper. So we need 2 of those. And then you have these guys that you're going to fold up in a certain way to become the part that goes in here that holds your lid on. So we need 4 of those. So I'll run 4 of this through the beige color also, or the creamy color. Everything else is kind of decoration, so I'm going to run those through and I'll be right back. So real quick, I want to show you what that looks like I was saying. Actually, I did cut out that little blue square for this one. I just layered them together so that it would have that beautiful inlay, and then this middle portion's taken out. So that's why I did it that way. But you can do whatever you like. Obviously, I'm going to clean this guy out. And then we have this one with that beautiful emboss. Really nice. Okay, I'll be back. So let's glue together some of these layers. So we have this guy. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me just make sure. Yeah, I guess we're... So we have these pieces, and I'm just trying to see if maybe I should glue these down a different way. So we have these guys, and basically they're going to come in together like this, and then they're going to be glued in here. So I was trying to see if maybe I should trap them, or you can just glue them underneath, right? So, that's up to you. It looks like they want you to go ahead and trap them so that they're hidden. So I'm going to go ahead and take these guys, all 4 of them, Let's do that first. So all 4, I'm just going to line them up like this. And I'll be right back. Finish making those 4. We'll work on the little knob in just a minute. Let's go ahead and glue these guys together then. So I'll glue this decorative piece. Just center right on here. And then I'll glue this piece on here. So it's all one piece when we go to put this together, okay? And I'll be right back. And on this one, this is the nice side. So just in case you turn the lid over. So this is that nice side where it's beveled. I'm going to turn that like this. So I'm going to put these guys in here. And I'll say, I guess it could be any way. I'm kind of thinking, see where it joined here? It's kind of thicker, right? There's 2 layers there, and if I put it here, it's going to pop up the blue layer, you know, more. So I think I'm going to put those guys facing down. So I'm going to put the glue on this one, it's just like a single layer, and then this one that meets up is down here. You can do it a different way, you know, if you think it's best to not have that there. However you want, because it does have a little opening there that might catch. But, you know, you can think about it and think what's best for you. So I will glue them all like that. And I'll be right back. Pieces. There's one thing I haven't mentioned. We're going to put this little knob piece together, but this guy right here. So you can have a decorative piece. You can just pop this in here if you don't want the inlay. However you want to decorate that one. So you can use this and this, or however you like. So, let me see. I think I'm going to go ahead and run this through the cream color again, just like this. Okay, and I'll have that piece, and then we can put the knob together and put it all together. Let's take this guy out. And let's get this. So this guy, you have 2 of these for the little knob portion. I'm going to just score those in. These are all glue tabs. And then this one I believe is going to go out at the end, but let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to score them all. And with these guys, if you're familiar with Tonic, a lot of times they have little tops that look like this, and we're just going to put one over the other one, kind of crisscross like this. And then they're just going to come in to each other. So we have this guy. You can wait until the other glue is set up a little bit more, because see how it's wanting to open right now. So I'll hold those, and I'll hold this. But basically you're just going to put glue on each of the glue tabs and bring it in, so it's going to make like a little shape like that. Right? So all these side glue tabs and these at the bottom we're going to worry about in just a minute. Those are going to go through this little hole. So it's going to look something like that. This is still a little bit on the wet glue side, but that's okay. So this is the nice side of our die cut. I'm going to push this through, and then we're just going to glue that on this other side. So glue those tabs down, and this all gets adhered to their very top. So just putting some glue on there. Just going to pull this open and make sure it looks really nice. I'll hold that down for a little bit, and then I'll come over and hold these guys down for a little bit. Okay? And I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and pop this on here and then pop it on here. So let's get that little blue tab, that little blue piece I had cut. A little decorative topper bit here. Try to put that on nice and straight. And then glue all over this. And that's really why I put the hole in this, because I wanted, you know, this paper is very slick, and I just wanted that hole to be there so that when I pop this in, it touches more of that paper that's more porous, and it will really hold on. So I'm just popping that in there. And we're gonna glue this whole thing on top of this, and then that's it. And we'll stack it up. So let's bring this over. I mean, that's how I chose to put this together at this point, but whatever you want, I just thought it'd be better to put this together as one piece here. Sorry, my glue is not cooperating. Okay, so right to the edge. These are exactly the same size, so put some of that glue all over and kind of give it a little bit of a zhuzh. I want that glue to kind of spread around, so I'm just gonna move it a little bit and pop this guy here. Hold that down and let it rest for a moment, and then we'll stack it all up. That's really pretty. Okay guys, so let's give you some measurements. The boxes themselves are about 2 3/4 square, and then, you know, I put that on there. I probably should have measured it earlier, but I would say it's probably 1 1/4 inches deep, maybe a little deeper than that, but there you go. So we have our first one, or however. Then we'll bring this guy in. Again, we're going to manipulate these things so that it stays more square. Let's pop that guy on there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. The sides. Let's see. Let me look at this picture. I think these side pieces are supposed to be on the outside. Let me see. Yes, they stack on top of each other out. So these pieces should be out a little bit. I'm going to go like this. Again, I think you just have to kind of train it to manipulate those to be on the outside. That one there, this one here. No, no, naughty. Go on the outside. There you go. And on the outside, on the outside. Alright, perfect. One more. Outside. We're still outside. Okay. So then you kind of just squish it down. Like I said, these guys are pretty sturdy, so give it the shape you need, you know, if it needs to be more squared or whatever it is. And then we have this piece that these guys go inside of here, right? And that's how your lid fits on. It looks really cool. That is really, really pretty. So thank you so much to Tonic Studios for sponsoring this video, for sending these items for review. I mean, I'm telling you, whenever I give any gifts, if it's like a little gift card, even if it's just treats, little bracelets that Miranda likes to make for her friends, I'll throw them in here, and they just love the boxes. Just like so blown away. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.